Welcome to My Precious Data, the podcast by Eddy Willems, where we explore the world of cybercrime and incidents affecting our society. In this series, we engage in conversations with Eddy Willems, security evangelist, globally recognized cybersecurity expert, and international keynote speaker. Eddy also dives into conversations with fellow experts to share insights and explore new perspectives. Together, we highlight the latest security trends and discuss preventive measures to help avoid these kinds of problems.
Good day, good night, good evening, good afternoon. Honestly, we never know exactly when our listeners tune in. But no matter the time, welcome to a brand new episode of My Precious Data. And today it's in English, if you haven't heard it yet. Well, we're back with another conversation in our ongoing series where I search for what I like to call the real cybersecurity experts. Not just anyone, but people and especially friends who have truly made an impact in making the world a safer place. So, today I'm speaking with somebody I know for about 20 years, I think, something like that. It is Luis Corrons.
Hello, Eddy. How are you doing? Hello, everyone.
Yeah. I'm fine, and I hope the listeners also are fine listening to you, First of all, where are we today, It's a strange location, isn't it?
Well, it's kind of awkward in the sense that we are in a hotel room together now, which it can be a bit awkward. This morning I was in Bilbao, my hometown.
That's your hometown.
But right now I'm a bit farther to the north, right? We are actually in the Netherlands. We are getting ready for TICS, the Threat Intelligence Conference, which will take place tomorrow in Madurodam. Right, like a miniature setting for a big topic.
Yeah, it's a very nice setting, actually. That's right, and that's also why we try to do our podcast in a very kind and interesting locations these days. So somebody should organize something in the Bahamas or something like that. Mm-hmm. But anyway, let's go back in time. Do you still remember when we actually met?
Yeah, well, at least I remember the first time I saw you, like in person.
Uh-huh.
So. This really takes me back a lot of years. My first international security conference, a big one. I mean, I had attended some already, but the big one was in 2003 Virus Bulletin in Toronto, right?
Yeah.
I still remember the excitement because I really didn't know many people in it. I mean, I knew the people, but just by email.
Yeah, by
mainly.
Name or email. Yeah, that's typical.
I
Same
had
for me.
already relations with some other competitors and some other people in the industry, but I've never. I mean, I had seen pictures of some of them, but I had never met them in person, and that was the first time, and that was amazing.
Yeah, that's.
And I have to say, you know it better than me. I go every year to that conference since then.
I know. It's for me also a very important conference, the Virus Bulletin Conference. And also for me, when I was the first time over there, it was something like, wow, I know all those people, but who is who, Yeah. I know the feeling. Anyway, can you tell us a little bit more about your current role? Because actually you have a position at Gen, but it was AVAST, then it turned out to Gen, of course. But
it's kind of tough for me because even my friends, when I say, "Where are you working at? Who are you working for?" I was like, "Gen." It's like, what is that, right? Like, it's not like a name that rings a bell to most people. So I'm security evangelist at Gen.
Like me,
like you, and it's the company behind some brands that your audience probably know, like Norton, AVAST, AVG, Avira, and some other brands that we have. So all under the same umbrella, and the parent company name is Gen. So I'm security evangelist at Gen. I belong to the Threat Labs, so I'm part of the Threat Labs. And, well, we monitor emerging threats, and we have to do, I have to do many different things, right?
Yeah,
like we
because-
have to analyze what attackers are doing, which are the trends, etc.
So what's a typical day for you? Because you do also a lot of things, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, I do it, and it depends. Actually, I mean, like for many people can say, yeah, every day I check my email, then I do this, and I send this report. I cannot do that. I mean, I can do that, but it changes a lot from day to day, right? Like some days I working on a threat report or coordinating like our researchers. Others I'm giving interviews with journalists or doing like a podcast, like now, right? Like or preparing a talk that I'm gonna do in some conference. So and then of course on top of everything you have a schedule, and you know this even better than me. You have the unexpected, like a new scam, a new threat, a new journalist that has to solve some doubts and needs your help right away. So that's part of what makes it exciting, right? And that's why I like what I do.
I know perfectly what you are saying. Let's look at your career journey, So looking back, was there a specific moment or a case early in your career when you thought, yep, this is the industry for me? Do you think there was something like that? Something like a specific point in your life?
Yes. I mean, I didn't know that I was gonna end up doing security, computer security, etc. But I started there, and I like it. But the turning point, I think it was many people, young people, maybe they don't know what it is. But if I tell you I love you virus, you probably remember that.
I remember it very well, yeah.
So back then, I was already working for a cybersecurity company, and I was working in shifts, right? So I had work like 10 hours, like from 10 p.m. to 8 a.m. I went home, I was sleeping, woke up, have some lunch, and started playing my PlayStation back then. And back then there were no podcasts, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I used to listen to the radio. So while I was playing the PlayStation, I was listening to the radio, and like wherever, and like every hour they had like the news. So the first time was like, oh, there is like a new virus that is infecting. That was really weird. I mean, like never ever you listen about viruses, malware, etc. On the radio. Like no. But well, I was playing. I was okay. I have to go back to work in a few hours, but wherever. And then a couple of hours passed, and each and every news section that came up, it was like even worse. Like the last one was like the White House has been affected. So it was like everything was like coming down, and it seemed like everything was going to fall. And so then I called the office. Like, okay, like, so guys, is this like for real, serious? Yeah, it is. Okay, so I got ready, went to the office, and that day I worked like 24 hours straight. Mm-hmm. One of my favorite dates ever in working. It was crazy, but at the same time, the fact that you were actually helping people,
right?
Of course, and companies, etc. And that made me, this is a place I want to be in.
Yeah, I completely understand. I still remember very well the I Love You outbreak. The thing was, I was just installing a product, actually for McAfee at that moment, at a company, and that was at an Exchange server when the first I Love You samples came in. Yeah. This was horrible for me as well, because think about that at that moment. But I know what you mean. It was a heavy one at that moment.
I don't know if nowadays we've seen like really big outbreaks, etc. But back then, like we weren't ready. No, internet wasn't ready, right? But, because I remember like talking to customers, to companies that they needed help, right? Yeah. And I had to send them fax to their companies because internet wouldn't work. everything was so saturated by the emails of the "I love you" virus.
Yeah. I know. It's so for a lot of people, they possibly don't remind it, or they're not old enough actually to know what it was. Actually, you can look it up, of course, on the internet. But anyway, or ask your favorite AI, LLM, or something like that as well about it. Anyway, Luis, you've seen in the industry evolving so much, So do you feel that the mindset of security professionals today is very different from when you started, or is that more or less the same?
No, it is different. I would say it's different. I mean, it has evolved. Everything is more professionalized, right? Like, so the job has become more specialized, more structured,
True,
more connected globally too.
Yeah.
Even though the core of it, like the mix of curiosity, responsibility, that hasn't changed. That this is still the same.
Yeah.
We still have the same thrill on solving puzzles and trying to protect people. That remains the same.
Totally agree. Let's have a look at the evolution of the threats, because it's not only people behind it or whatever. So out of all the threats you've seen develop, is there one you think the cybersecurity community still underestimates? Is there something?
If I have to pick one, I mean, I think that the cybersecurity community cares about security, right? So we try
Definitely.
not to underestimate anything.
True,
But
true.
if there is one like, this is not that relevant, not that important, and actually it is social engineering.
Yeah.
Right? Like, it's for me, there is no doubt. I mean, if I have to pick one, that's the one that we are kind of underestimating. I mean, not completely underestimating, because we know it's important, it's relevant, but maybe not enough.
Yeah.
And it's not something new, because it's been social engineering has been there forever, right? I mean,
it's actually the basic thing, actually, but still, yeah, I totally agree.
But it still works.
Yeah,
I
know.
That's the funny thing. I mean, like now it comes in new flavors, right?
It evolves. That's true.
Now even more exciting again, like deep fakes, for
Yeah,
example,
exactly.
and fake influencers, wherever. I mean, you with all the AI generated content, it goes to a new level, but still is social engineering, right?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
You trick the human, and the rest of pieces fall into place.
Actually, it's what I call Willems' law. That there is a Willems' law. It's in my book Cyber Danger, and actually a cyber problem is always related to the human and the technical aspect, but there is always a human involved. But that's logical, because otherwise we couldn't exist as well.
Yeah.
So it's a typical thing. It's not like rocket science, but it's
no. True. Yeah, and people sometimes underestimate this and say like, no, but this is people that they don't know about computers. Like, no. Like we've seen like the most advanced hacking cases or breaches, like even like in nation-sponsored attacks.
Exactly.
And most of them start with some kind of social engineering trick.
Exactly.
And then you have the other stuff, you have exploits, etc. But
and then there are still people saying, well, no, a human is not always the weakest link. But in my opinion, it's maybe not the weakest link, but it's always there. And that's the problem. Yeah, I know. I totally agree on that as well. Anyway, do you think the ongoing battle between attackers and defenders is still a fair fight, or are we, slowly losing ground? I don't like to call it like that, but I see so many things coming to us all the day, every day. What do you think about that?
Has it ever been a fair fight?
I think that's a good,
right?
That's actually a good remark.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really not sure it's ever been a fair fight. To be honest. I mean, the thing is that attackers only need to get it right once.
Yeah.
Right? Defenders have to get it right every single time.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
and you can block attacks and defend like 1,000,000 times. 1,000,001 you fail, and you fail.
Yeah.
Attacker can attack 1,000,000 times, fail 1,000,000 times, succeed succeeds one, and that's it.
And that's enough.
So
and that's
so
enough.
it's that. From my point of view, I mean, maybe if you talk to an attacker, actually, he doesn't share my point of view. But from my point of view, it's not really fair. It's never been really fair. It is true that I would say that we are more prepared than ever. Like there's like more, we have threat intelligence, a lot of collaboration, automation, trying to help balance everything, right? But the fight has changed too. I mean, and because when we were talking about like the I love you and those times, I mean, we were talking about like cyber criminals. Some of them not even that. In most cases, they were just after the money.
Yeah, true.
But nowadays, now we got nation state actors involved, right?
Exactly.
Like, and that's a different.
That's a different thing. I know. Yeah. Let's go back to that human element, in security. So, of course, like you said, social engineering remains a huge problem, which is exactly the problem, exactly the case. But why do you think humans are still the weakest link? I don't like that word, but even after so many years of security awareness efforts, you should think that people know enough, isn't it?
No, but we are not machines, right? Like
exactly.
And even like myself, I can do things in a way. I know how things are done right, and I still can make a mistake, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we are humans. So we get tired, we trust people, and we make mistakes. And attackers know this.
Yeah, and especially if it's targeted, of course. If it's really targeted to even an expert like both of us or whatever, it is even possible sometimes also to reach us at some weak points. I think. Yeah,
anyone. And nowadays even more because the kind of information that there is about all of us online.
I know.
It's...
you can easily create deep fakes from both of us. It's easy.
Or they can even like get to know you without knowing you. So I'm trying to look for your weak points.
Yeah,
right.
True. Yeah, then everybody knows more than we sometimes know about ourselves. Maybe. Yeah, that's true. So have you ever seen a company that really nailed the human factor? Because that could be really a breaking thing, isn't it?
No.
Exactly.
But I mean, not to blame it on any company or anything. It's like I don't think it can ever be nailed.
No, that's also what I think. I think it's very difficult.
You can improve it, that's for sure. You can build awareness, encourage reporting, make it part of the company culture.
Yeah, maybe.
But humans will be always the most unpredictable part of the equation. That being said, the improvement in companies in general, it's amazing. Because things that I see nowadays in different companies, nothing like that happened 20 years ago, 15 years ago, or even 10 years ago. Now, you have the IT departments and letting all the employees know, just for you to know, there is this kind of attack going on, so you are familiar with it. So maybe it's not even affecting them, but it's trying to increase awareness and let people know, okay, this is happening, this is how it works.
Yeah.
And I think that's probably the right approach, because there are some other companies like, okay, let's become cybersecurity experts. No, I mean, like, that's not realistic, I think.
No, that's right. Well, maybe AI, you never know, could help us a little bit. So, because the only problem is attackers are now using AI to write malware, craft phishing campaigns, and even create deep fakes. So do you think defenses can realistically keep up with that level of automation? Do you think we can?
We have to.
Yeah, that's also what... otherwise we are in trouble.
And we can.
Yeah.
We have to and we can. I mean, like, as you say, AI is helping attackers, that's true. But it's also helping us. And cybersecurity companies have been with AI for longer than cyber criminals in general.
Yeah.
And it might depend on the company. I know about Jen, and I can tell you that we are embracing AI in every way we can think of to help us protecting our customers. So, I think we can and we have to, as I said at the beginning.
So if you look like 5 years ahead, do you think that AI is better for the defenders or for the attackers? A difficult one, isn't it?
No, I mean, AI is a tool.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know, electricity is good for, it's fantastic. Yeah, but people use electricity to, of course. But it's a tool. I mean, what you do with it, I mean, we are going to see more sophisticated attacks. I mean, the quality level we are getting nowadays with some things, like I was checking the other day some videos created with BO3 from Google.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I mean, it gets to a point, and I have people in my company in the Threat Labs that are studying deep fake videos all the time, right? And they were the first ones telling me a couple of months ago, like, we got to a level that we are not able anymore to tell you if this is fake or not just by looking at it, because until that moment, even though they were really, really good, you could still there were some tells.
Yeah, true.
Now they say, like, no.
Yeah.
I mean, and
it's difficult.
And if you go around, I don't know, Instagram or TikTok or something, and you see some of these videos that are labeled like created by AI, and you say, like, I was showing it to a friend the other day, last weekend, and that person is made with AI, and I was, no, it's not the person, it's the whole setting.
Yeah.
Everything, everyone that appears,
exactly.
The voices, the landscape, everything, and he was speechless.
I know it's we haven't seen the latest thing about it yet. Let's continue with something else, because otherwise we are stuck in that AI thingy and problem and whatever. Cybersecurity war stories, or whatever we call it. So without naming names, or what's the most bizarre or avoidable breach or hack or malware you've come across? What comes to your mind if as something, as a bizarre kind of thing? It could be it's not as related to war, of course, war, but it's just like
I've seen many things and many stories. I mean, like,
you could say again, of course, the love.
I love you.
I love you one, but
no, but thinking on avoidable breaches. I mean, it's once you see where the error was, then it's really easy to say you shouldn't have done that, right? And I have seen a good number of those. But I remember one, and so there was this company and this IT guy, and the IT guy was fired, right? And of course, they canceled their credentials as any other person that is working for a company. You're no longer working, you leave or you get fired, and then your credentials are revoked.
Yep.
But this guy worked in a team, and he had some teammates. And it turns out that they used to do one thing that never should be done, which is share their usernames and passwords among each other.
Okay. Yeah.
So even though they canceled his credentials, he still knew the credentials of a couple of his colleagues. So he actually went to get revenge and access the network, and actually did a kind of bizarre but still working ransomware attack.
Yep.
Right. Like so it launched an attack to all the workstations and servers, like compressing with password all the files he could, etc. And he wasn't that good. So I mean, I remember that case because we gave a hand and we allowed the company to find out who was behind the attack, etc. So they could find who was the person.
Yeah.
But well, I mean, some hygiene things that you can do, like never share your credentials with any other, could have avoided all this problem.
Exactly. Yeah, true. That's a good one. So have you ever encountered a case when the attacker was significantly more sophisticated than the defenders expected? Anything you come to your mind? I know about a couple of things, but that's already several years ago.
I mean, yes, I have seen like really advanced attacks sometimes.
Like Stuxnet. What do you think about that one?
Yeah, well,
That was for me, an eye opener. Actually, I thought, wow,
that was an eye opener, and that was a first. There was an attack that it was back in 2013, so a few years ago.
Yeah.
Target, the U.S. company, so it was a supermarket company, huge in the States, etc. And it was how it was attacked. So the attackers knew that it was a big company. It was kind of hard to get into their network, right? So it turns out that there was a small company somewhere in the U.S., like Philadelphia or wherever, that was the one servicing their air conditioning units in the stores.
Oh, yeah.
Right. So instead of going after Target, they went after this small company that was taking care of the air conditioning. They compromised it. It turns out that they had to check the air conditioning, check the logs of the air conditioning machines, right?
Yeah.
For that, they had to connect to the Target network.
Oh, yeah.
And that's the way they used to actually compromise Target. And it was like a full blown attack because they infected the payment machines in the stores. So every user, every customer that was paying with his credit card is being stolen. It was being copied. In every store, not the ones buying online. No, the ones going into the store. So that's one I remember well.
That's a nice example, and that's interesting because I always think about something like Stuxnet or whatever. That's something which came to my mind in first. But this is also a nice example because it doesn't need to be always like a nation state kind of attack or whatever. It's these kind of things are also sometimes very clever. It's not always the case, of course.
Yeah, it's not. No, but
because that's a good thing. Because otherwise, we really got problems.
I would say we are used to the opposite, actually.
Yeah.
Like
exactly.
to then committing like mistakes, which is I'm not complaining. I mean,
no.
right?
Actually, we see a lot lot of rubbish as well, isn't it? Come on.
And the same human factor we are talking. Like, okay, this is our weak point. Well, guess what? Attackers are humans.
Exactly
right?
the same thing. I know.
So they make mistakes, and we can take advantage of that.
And they make a lot of mistakes,
yeah,
isn't it? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, but we should say that more and more to the press, I think, because I think press, if you look at the media, they always say, this hack or this kind of thing, and they're really like, wow, amazing. But it is not always the case. It's actually really it's not always like big technology. It's like really badly done. A lot of those kind of things.
I mean, there are things that cannot be disclosed openly,
of
always.
course.
But like in my company, one of the things we do is we do free tools to unencrypt files that have been like from ransomware, right? So we have hacked into some of the algorithm used to do this ransom to create these tools, and sometimes we disclose how we found the security hole, let's say, in the encryption. Sometimes we cannot because if we do, we are actually teaching the attackers how to do it next time. Right. So, but we have to be careful there. But there are very nice stories, and you see how people make mistakes and attackers too.
Yeah, exactly. So let's have a look in the future, or maybe let's have a look for the advice for the future, maybe. So if someone new were starting out in cybersecurity today, would you recommend focusing on offensive skills like penetration testing, or defensive roles like threat hunting, or reverse engineering, malware research, or whatever? Do you think something is more interesting for them, or could be more important?
I would say it depends on the person. I say like follow what excites you, what makes you tick. Right?
That's right.
I would say like from offensive and defensive, I would say that try to learn both sides. I mean, you don't have to be like an expert in both, but you need to know both, because even if you want to be a defender, I mean, knowing, being able to put yourself in the shoes of a cyber criminal, how they operate, etc.
Yeah.
That gives you certain advantage.
Yeah, it's true. That's completely true what you say. Because I'm not very good in penetration testing in something like that. I did it years ago or something like that, but it's not my best point. So I have other skills. And that brings me maybe to the skills you also need to have. So are there any other, soft skills do you think which are essential for someone in cybersecurity? Do you need something?
I would say curiosity.
Yeah.
I think that's a huge one.
I tend to agree. Yeah. So we are curious people. So we
And another one, and maybe that doesn't I don't know how it feels with people. Humility.
Yeah.
I mean, this field changes really fast.
Yeah.
And
it's going fast.
You have to be willing to learn, and you have to admit that you don't know something.
Yeah.
And you have to get used to that.
Yeah.
Because it happens. It's
I know.
world.
Yeah, I know. Tell me about it. After 35 years in this kind of cybersecurity history, I know. Well, anyway, let's have a look to what we call personal reflection. So 20 years ago, many believed cybersecurity was mostly like a technical problem. Has your own view shifted more toward psychology, policy, or even economics over time? Because you see a lot of even economical driven attacks as well. Something like that.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, what do you think about that?
Oh, yeah. I mean, when I started out, I thought everything was just technical, and that's it.
Yeah.
If
true.
you told me about economics or psychology,
me
what are you talking about? No. But the more you work in this field, the more you see how everything is connected, from politics to psychology to global markets. And cybersecurity isn't just IT anymore. Right, it's society, and then you need all those things.
Everything is connected.
Yeah, and again, technical. Everything is technical. Yeah, on the surface.
Yeah.
What's the motivation behind it? What are the reasons why things are working, and how they are working, and how the different people is acting?
Yeah.
Then that's out of technical.
Completely true. So after all these years, what still surprises you about the cybersecurity world? Are there any? Is there any things or is there nothing? You never know.
Sometimes the creativity of attackers.
Exactly.
Right. Just when you think you've seen everything, right? Someone comes up with a new way to exploit something, or a new scam, or a new type of infection that how could someone have thought about this?
Exactly. Yeah.
So that still surprises me, and I know it's gonna be surprising me for many more years.
Yeah. I know what you mean. So
it's both impressive, and deeply frustrating. But we have to use the humility I was talking earlier.
True, completely agree. So having known you all this time, I've seen your passion in this industry. What still excites you most about cybersecurity? Is it still, I don't know, is it?
It's the mission itself, right?
The mission?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because we are not just fixing computers, right? I have a virus in my computer. Can you clean it, right? We're helping people.
Exactly.
We are protecting their lives, and nowadays more than ever, because in the old days it was we were not that connected to the computers, but nowadays all of our lives and everything we do, our companies do, we do in our private life. Most of it is interlinked with computers, etc., and security.
Yeah, I wonder if people think about that, because we know that, and we started not doing that in the beginning, maybe, or not this is now it's really important.
At the beginning, my goal was to protect this customer to
Yeah.
avoid being infected by a virus.
Yeah.
Right. That was like the main goal. That was when we thought it was all technical. Nowadays we are helping protecting their lives, their
Exactly.
money, their
Yeah.
privacy.
Yeah.
Right. Like so, it's a game changer.
Actually, we are protecting more or less like the world, you know, in some way. It's much bigger than a lot of people think, in my opinion. It's really more, you know, more than we think. But anyway, let's go for our final questions. It's always interesting, you know, to see. And yeah, unfortunately, we don't have enough time. Otherwise, we would stay over here for like hours in discussion. But we don't have that, unfortunately. We don't have the time for that. And actually, you know, people drive to their work and then they listen to the podcast. And then after 45 minutes, they arrived at the podcast and then they need to stop. And that's not good. So we need to stop at some point as well. But anyway, we have some final questions left. And there is always one, what I call the $1 million question. That's something like a question I don't really know about or whatever, you know. I didn't prepare anything about it. So if you could ask me one question, what would it be? It could be anything, you know. So just ask me anything what you want. Not my money, but
we've known each other for many years. We know each other very well. We are good friends. But I'm gonna make a question you kind of make me already to me. What keeps you going after all this time? Like, you've seen so much. What's the spark that hasn't faded, right? Like,
well, yeah, I know what you mean. For me, you know, it's so no day is exactly the same. That is what triggering me. So first of all, but there are a couple of things. So that's the first thing. So no day is exactly the same. When I was doing this in the beginning, like 35 years ago, it was completely different than what I do nowadays. Secondly, and it's more or less what you said as well, you know, we are protecting the people. That's what I like to do. I like to protect people. I like to help people a lot. And that's my way of helping people. So, yeah. So, and that's the main reason why I will stay in it for, you know, until I die, I think. So even I never will retire, because people are asking me, Eddy, you will retire very soon or whatever. I tell them, well, I never will, you know. I keep up. I keep going with my lectures and keynotes, and I will try to help people and try to see how I can do this. It comes from my heart, and that's you don't always see that, you know. You have a lot of people who are just doing that for money, and I'm not doing that for money. Anyway, so now everybody knows that. So okay, but I still earn something with it, of course. Okay. But now, another thing. Oh, yeah, that's right. Now, there is a question over here I always wanted to ask, but there is something I didn't do yet. I have, of course, written a book about you, about the trios, about the three amigos.
Yeah.
And the book is called The Virus. The only thing, you didn't see the book yet. The real reason is because the recording at this moment is being done at the moment when the book is not officially launched worldwide. But I have the book with me. I'm going to give the book to you just at the end of this recording, because one of my questions was already something in my mind. What do you think about the virus when you are appearing in the book? But
well, I have to read it first.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
Yeah. But it's
in any case,
I think it's a nice story. It's just, you know, a story about the three of us. It's not, you know, we're not the main characters in it. The protagonists are, you know, it's actually my son, and it's actually somebody else. A Europol agent, actually, who is having the main character role. But yeah, you know, there's a lot of we are there, and we are there. We have a very important thing to do inside the book, but for that you need to read The Virus. And
so I'm gonna have a copy after this.
Of course, yeah. After this.
I'm so excited. I mean, like. Well, I don't know if we have time. No. I love reading. Right?
Yeah.
Like, love. Since I learned reading. it's true that I don't read that much nowadays, or I usn't. But this year I decided I want to change it because I so much love reading. The thing is that you cannot do everything, right? So far we are in June now.
Yeah.
I've read like 20 books already this year, and the last one was like 1,500 pages, and I'm loving it.
Oh, you will love this one.
Before coming to your room, I was reading a book.
Yeah, well, yeah.
And I have stopped playing games mostly because of reading and watching TV too.
Yeah.
I haven't stopped working.
Yeah.
But I know what I'm going to do after you give me the book.
Yeah.
I'm going to read it.
No problem. You will have it. And for the listeners, the virus is indeed coming. It's coming at the end of 2025. Of course, if you're listening it at this podcast in 2026 or 27, it will be already on the market. But the virus is coming worldwide to the market by the end of 2025. It's actually a science fiction novel, and it's with real people in it, and it's also with fictional people in it. It's a mixture. I think everybody loves it or would love it because the thing is it's a combination of what is happening in our lives, and it's also showing the problems with the human aspect. The thing we discussed actually already a couple of times today.
It's in the near future, right?
Yes, it's in the near future. It's in 2034 that it's playing. And then, of course, we are, much older than we are today. Exactly. Yeah. Well, anyway. Good. Do you think we'll see each other soon after this event at another conference? I know already as well.
I know for a fact that at least I'm going to see you for sure, 100% sure, 2 times. In 2 different countries, none of them is the Netherlands.
True.
So I will see you in September, that's for sure. And I will see you in October, that's for sure too.
Yeah, true.
Maybe in December.
Yeah, could be. But anyway, the Virus Bulletin Conference is definitely...
that's locked. We'll see each other in Berlin.
Yeah, because I need to get my 30-year pin or something like that. I'm getting old, I'm really getting old. Okay. Anyway.
We all are.
Yeah. I'm getting old. Anyway.
We're getting mature.
Yeah, true. Is there anything you like to add? Something I, forgot or whatever, whatever.
Yeah. No.
A final thought.
I don't know. Well, yes, we've been talking about cybersecurity, right? Like, it's not just for the experts, and we all play a part. So just stay curious, ask questions, and don't trust everything you see online. I mean, it's pretty simple, right? But I think one final tip. Never underestimate the value of your own data. It really is precious.
Yes.
No, and I know my precious data, but it's so true, Eddy, so true. I don't know how many times I have listened to people, but I don't have anything. Why would anyone be interested in my data? Your data is precious.
Perfectly said. Exactly the real good final comment, I think. Thank you, Luis. Well, Luis, I wish you a cyber safe continuation of your day. And actually, we are going to eat something later on, I think. But anyway, let's hope we'll meet again soon. That's already true. And of course, let's keep the world cyber safer with all the inspiration we gave our listeners during this podcast. To all our listeners, see you next time, or listen to it next time, and see you next time on My Precious Data.
If you have any comments, questions, or suggestions, feel free to email us at podcast@wavci.com. For more information about lectures or keynotes, please visit wavci.com. See you next time.